Looking at this already, like I said, it's 12:52 a.m. The first class I see, 6:45 a.m. Oh my god, this is my first time doing a yoga class by myself. It is nice to know that I have time to get there because I feel like sometimes I'm pushing myself a bit too much to feel like I should be somewhere than I should be. And the truth is I'm only 25. Good night, guys, because it's literally 12:50 a.m. It's January 29th. It's basically the end of the month. And I've decided that I want to try to do a lot more of the things that I said I was going to do. I started doing yoga at home, but I feel like I still haven't been able to do it daily the way that I want. So I got a yoga membership and I'm about to sign up for my first class. And I'm gonna make it for tomorrow, or I guess today, because it's literally Monday right now. Yeah. I just wanted to start the vlog here because I wanted to document me starting this process of me, you know, actually doing the things that I want to do and the things that I say that I'm gonna do. I've had yoga on my vision board for I don't even know how many years, and I know lots of people do. And so I hope that this inspires some people to just start, just get the membership, just start going. There's not gonna be a time where you just feel like it, or there's not gonna be a right time where it just feels like you're ready to start, or there's not gonna be enough time where you start doing yoga at home and you're finally gonna feel ready to start going to classes or whatever the case is. I've gone to classes before, but usually I fall off because I always go to like one class here, one class there, one class. But I think because I have the membership that it's like, okay, I'm going. I've already prepaid for these classes. Okay, looking at this already, like I said, it's 12:52 a.m. The first class I see, 6:45 a.m. Don't know when I'm gonna become a 6 a.m. girly, but that's good to know. I wish that there was a way to kind of filter out the location, because this place has multiple locations, so it brings up every class, and I'm glad that I'm available to that I can go to a class at any location, but I would really prefer to just look at the locations near my house. Right, I just got the text, just signed up for my first class. It's at 5:15. My options were 10 a.m. and 5:15 p.m. I didn't really think I'd make it to the 10 a.m. one considering it's already 1 a.m. But I'll see how this 5 p.m. one goes. I think I might just go ahead and sign up for some other classes in advance, just so that way I can't really, chicken out or call out on myself. For Tuesday, I probably will do the 10 a.m. one. It will, make me not want to sleep so late, I'm hoping. I think that is all I'm going to do right now, because depending on which class I like, I guess I could either keep going to the 5 p.m. one or keep going to the 10 a.m. one. So I'll just have to figure it out. The thing is that they do have lots of other great classes at the other locations. Like I'm seeing a yin yoga one, but it's all the way in the city. And I only technically live 5 minutes outside of the city, but I'm thinking about like parking. And I'm like, it's not like I can just pull up and park in the parking lot. So that's kind of annoying. But the thing is, the aerial yoga classes are only in the city. So I'm gonna have to do it eventually anyway. But also the aerial classes are all so late. And I get that they want people who have full-time 9 to 5 jobs to be able to make it to these classes. But what about the people that aren't doing anything during the day? You just have to go to either an early ass class or a late ass class? That doesn't really seem fair. If I, no, not if, when I get my yoga teacher certification, I would want to teach in the middle of the day. And I'm not saying a lot of people would show up, but I think it would be nice if people had the option. Yeah, Saturday they have classes all day. And I get it, more people are more available on those days, but geez, Sunday too. Anyway, yeah, but I'm definitely gonna sign up for an aerial class sometime this week. Anyway, I guess I'll show y'all how this week goes. Right now the membership is for 2 weeks, and then after that I can get the 1 month, or how they have 1 month, 6 month ones only. So I did the 2-week one first just to see if I even like the studio, because I've never been to the studio. But yeah, I'm excited and I get to take y'all along. So y'all get to see what happens this week. I'm praying for future Sierra. Here's hoping that she has a great time. She doesn't pull any muscles. She makes new friends. And I realized I was just misgendering myself because I use they them pronouns. I hope they, me, has a great time. And yeah, I don't know. Most of all, I want to have fun. I want to feel good in my body. And like I said, it wouldn't hurt to make some new friends. So we'll see. My partner got me this witch calendar. And the first thing I have on it, I just helped my partner. She's right there. Hi. She signed up for the same class, for the aerial yoga class. So we're actually going to go to that one together. So I'm excited. Yeah, we actually signed up for the same package. But I have to get a jump on things. I'm the fire that lights under her butt. And then, yeah, I helped her send a few emails because, as I said in a previous vlog, she lost her job. So we've been putting out some feelers out there and they've been getting some good feels back. So honestly, not that it was ever any doubt, but her and that job going separate ways was probably the best thing that could happen. So now she's moving on to bigger and better things. And
I don't work jobs, bitch. I am a job.
Okay, and that's on period. But now it is 1:48 a.m. So I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight, and I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Good afternoon. I did wake up in the morning, but I only just started filming now. I'm about to brush my teeth. I put some things in the air fryer for breakfast, and by things I mean chicken nuggets. I got dressed. I got my yoga pants on today. I have yoga. The class I think is in 3 hours. And my other task that I wanted to get done today is go to the post office. The first thing that happened to me this morning was that I had a pretty wild dream. I felt like it would make a really great short story. So I wrote down a few notes about what happened. Although I'm kind of mad because I still didn't remember everything. It was like I was rushing to wake up and I was like, I gotta write this down. This is gonna be a great story. And then the minute I started writing it down, I started forgetting. So I'm just gonna work on that for a little bit. That's one of the things that I put on my to-do list today. I kind of made a short little to-do list since I said that I was gonna be trying to accomplish goals that I've been putting off. Writing is one of the things I've been putting off, so I'm glad that I had a pretty good dream last night to write about, but I wasn't thinking that's what I was gonna do today. On today's docket, I had the post office because I've been going off to the post office for months. I don't know what it is about me. It's like the post office doesn't exist. This happened in my previous vlogs too, where I kept saying I was gonna mail something all summer and then I didn't, and I ended up just seeing that person after all that time had passed and just gave it to them. But this time I'm really trying to mail my things because I made a hat for my friend because I started crocheting and I started selling some hats, so I need to mail that. And for my other friend, she lives in Puerto Rico, so she had some stuff shipped here because it was less expensive to ship it here and for me to ship it to her. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, let me start writing because otherwise I'll just keep on talking. But this is what it's looking like for the week. Monday is today. Post office, write short story, yoga. And like I said, the yoga is at 5. It's 2:40 right now. So I just need to make sure that I get to those places before then. And then I already pulled out something for dinner too. So I won't be eating out today. Not that I eat out every day, but I feel like I've been eating out a bit more than I usually do. I don't need the stars or moon, the world if you bring me the sun. I can be the spark, the start of something that you really want. I hear your taste, your eyes see further than you really thought. Well, I'm headed to the post office. It's very cold outside. That's my update. Holding the mail. Wow. The tape was already on the box. All right, guys, I'm back from my class. The whole thing, oh, my watch died. I think it was 1 hour and 10 minutes. I think the last 10 minutes were just a meditation though. It was really nice. I do have a few thoughts that I had on the class though. One, I feel like I realized I can do hard things. I feel like I was a little bit nervous in the beginning and I was like, I don't know how this is gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know how well I'm gonna do. And it was just like an all levels flow class. But I was just like, I don't know. I just felt like anxious and maybe it was just about like trying new things. And when I got to the class, there weren't that many people there yet because I got there a little bit early. And I realized that I could sit where, or lay, whatever, my mat wherever I wanted to. And I ended up sitting in the front and I've never really sat in the front. But like while I was stretching and stuff, I realized I was like, oh my God, this is my first time doing a yoga class by myself because I've always gone with friends or my mom. And I've done yoga at home alone, but I haven't gone to like a studio alone. So I was feeling like I'm glad that I pushed myself to get out of my comfort zone and go out and, you know, try something new and do something alone and for myself. So all of those reasons, it felt really good. I felt like the teacher was really nice, easy to follow. It made me realize, I was like, oh, like when I was in school and I used to pick my seat, I used to sit in the front. And part of it was because I was blind and I couldn't see the board. But I just also felt like I could hear better, not get distracted or anything like that. And nobody was like pushing me or telling me to sit in the front. I, in fact, used to get mad when the teachers used to make their own seating charts and I had to sit somewhere else. I was like, what? I feel like it made me more locked in because I was literally right in front of the teacher. So I could see exactly what she was doing. I was able to look at a few of the other people in the room. It was interesting to see the poses that other people did. I got some really great stretches. We did some shoulder openers and some hip openers, which was definitely needed. I would say other than that, I definitely learned some new poses, which was nice, like flying pigeon. I had never even heard of that, which you would think it would be easy to deduce, I guess, because there's a crow pose and there's a pigeon pose. So why wouldn't there be a flying pigeon pose? But I didn't try it in class. I think I'm going to try it here at home and just see how it goes. I felt like I didn't really have as much space in the studio to try a move like that, especially without falling on my face, because if I post the other video from when I was doing yoga at home before this, you'll see that I fell flat on my face while I was doing crow's pose, and I hadn't done it in a while. So I feel like I used to do yoga a bit more consistently in the past, but again, it was still more at home. So this is my first time kind of being consistent as far as going to a studio. Looking around the room, I was the only Black person there, so that was a little jarring, especially since I live basically right in DC, and I would say basically everybody in there was probably 30 to 35 plus, and so I was also the youngest person in there, and it made me feel a little bit better about myself because I feel like sometimes, because I have like yoga on my vision board, I see other people my age at times being really into yoga, I feel like this guilt that I'm not doing enough for my body or not working out or moving enough. But seeing that majority of the people that were in those classes were actually older, and I don't mean like I think being in your 30s is old, I just mean older than me. I was like, oh, you know, I still have a lot of time to get my life together. And, you know, it's great that I'm starting these good habits now. I also got some tea from the studio, I forgot. Yeah, I'm just glad that I'm starting these habits now, but I'm realizing I don't have to put so much pressure on myself to be like, I know we're always saying when it comes to manifestations, like what would your future self do, and that's how you need to live your life. But it is nice to know that I have time to get there, because I feel like sometimes I'm pushing myself a bit too much to feel like I should be somewhere than I should be. And the truth is I'm only 25 and I just turned 25, so I still have a lot of time to get it together. And then other than that, I would say I had a really great time. The time passed pretty fast. I was thinking like towards the end when I was getting a little winded, like, I don't know if I could do this every day, but I did sign up for these next 2 days. So I wanted to see after I did these 3 classes, which classes I liked, and then see like which classes I would go back to and stuff. So that's why I didn't schedule the rest of the week. But I'm starting to realize maybe going to yoga every day isn't going to be that feasible. Not because I don't want to try or challenge myself, but because I just don't think that that's necessarily where I'm at, especially considering I wasn't doing it every day at home before. So maybe 3 days in the studio, 2 days at home, or some type of schedule But the point is that I really did enjoy the class. I'm glad that I did something that challenged me. I know it's not something that I want to do every day in studio. I know that it's really exciting to learn new poses. I'm excited to see my progress and have a lot less pain because I already have chronic shoulder, hip, and ankle pain. And you know, I really didn't realize how much my ankle injury had hurt me because I was on crutches 2 summers ago. It seemed like it had healed fine when they looked at the x-ray, but I'm realizing like with winter, I was in California before, so it didn't get as cold. Since it's been colder here in Maryland, it does hurt more when it's cold, and it has been harder for me to get into certain positions, and my balance is way off ever since I hurt my ankle, because I used to be able to go straight into tree and hold it for a really long time, and now I'm like tripping, stumbling, falling. So but overall, I would say it was really fun. It was great to move my body. I felt productive and accomplished because I went to the post office and did yoga. And it made me feel like excited to try to conquer other things that I've been putting off, even just to try them, to decide if I like them or not. I feel like sometimes I'm like worried I won't like something, or I don't know. I could try to go into the reasons why I make excuses as to why I don't do things or put things off, but the point is that I'm trying to do them now. And so far, this has been something that's fun. I would say the only thing that annoyed me, and I know this is a small gripe to have, is just that when we were putting all of our stuff away, a lot of the people had put away their mats, and I was still putting away like my blocks. And I walked back over to my mat because I'm about to roll it up, and this woman walks barefootedly across my mat when there's a whole room. And like literally the person on both the left and the right have picked up their stuff and gone. So you could have walked around my mat, but you chose to walk on it. And the friend she was walking with walked around it. I just think that's so weird. Like, I would never want to walk over somebody's things. I would never want to walk barefooted on somebody else's things, especially somebody I don't know. So I just felt like that was weird, and it annoyed me. And I don't want it to ruin, you know, the peace and calm and serenity that I got from the class. But I just wonder sometimes, like, what is wrong with people? Like, what in your mind says that's okay? Because if she had asked, I would have said, no, it's not. Overall, I'm excited, and my class tomorrow is at 10 a.m. The one I went to today was at 5. So I'm going to see if I like the morning class better. I'm excited. It also has a different teacher, so I'll also see if I like that teacher better. I can't say better because, you know, every teacher in every class is different. I don't even think they were the same kind of class. But I'm excited to see what happens. Hopefully I'm not too sore when I wake up, so it doesn't hurt too bad when I go to class. And then the one on Wednesday is an aerial class, so that's not even going to be like the other two. I'm hoping that I make it there, of course, because I want to go. But I'm worried about being sore because some of those poses, whew, they had me. This right hip, it's in pain. But I will say my shoulders feel great now. Like, and that was one of the main goals I feel like I had going into wanting to do yoga more, was that I wanted to feel better in my body. I wanted to feel more flexible. I didn't want to feel so tense or stiff. You know, they say trauma is stored in the body. I want to release all of that too. So I'm really grateful. I'm also grateful that I have the opportunity to go to these classes, the time, the money, the everything. And so, you know, I definitely recognize how blessed I am. And like I said, seeing, you know, people in their mid to late 30s and the fact that they were white, you know, I definitely recognize the privilege that I have in general, because I know not everybody in the Black community can access these tools that I feel like are great for physical and mental health. So I feel like that's kind of one of my main goals, and I know that's a lot of Black yogis' goals, is that like I want to be able to become a yoga teacher so that way I can bring that to the Black community. This is just step one, day one really, of getting towards that goal. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I know now that I'm really not rushing. I think before I just felt like I needed to have everything I wanted already. And I feel like now that I've kind of planned out the year and like given myself more time in this gap year after leaving school and my job, I realize I don't have to be on such like a fast track lane to getting my goals. I think that sometimes you get blinded by wanting the things that you want so bad that you're like, I want that now. And of course I would love to be certified now and super flexible and know every pose and every name and everything now. But a part of the fun is the learning. And I feel like I used to enjoy school a lot more when I was focused on a topic that I enjoyed, and I am choosing this topic. I'm choosing to do yoga and learn this of my own free will. So I think, you know, making this my like type of fixation or whatever will make it more exciting. I definitely want to get a yoga book. I need to read some more, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it for now. Like I said about the post office, I really feel good about doing that because I've been putting that off for months. Like, really. And I realize I really don't like the post office, but it's not that intimidating. It's just kind of annoying. I don't like lines. I don't like writing addresses on packages. I don't like paying obscene amounts of money to ship packages. But it is what it is. I'm grateful that it's done. And, you know, I worked really hard to get these things on my to-do list done. I wrote today. I'm probably still gonna journal. I went to the post office and I went to yoga, so I would say day 1 is done, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, unless anything else happens tonight. I'm gonna be foolish right now and try to show y'all the move, the new pose that I learned today. Okay, so like this, and then getting up onto your hand. Ooh.
Are you okay?
Yes. I did get into the pose, but I had to drop. I don't know what was worse. See, I didn't want to land on my head like I did last time, so I fell onto my knee. But now my knee hurts. Point is, I can get into the pose. I can't hold the pose because my balance is still very messed up since I hurt my ankle. Hi. You got my hair tie, you little D-bag? I don't even want it back. It's so dirty. Oh, crap. There, it's yours. Covered in fur and all. Congratulations, you won my used hair tie.